Story 2. I was feeling generous on Thanksgiving. I've been lurking on this sub for a while and wanted to share my story. It was Thanksgiving 2011, and I was celebrating at my grandparents' farm in a little town of
Seville?
Yeah, Seville, Florida. It's north of DeLand, as if anybody knows where the fuck that is either. I had way too much to eat that holiday and was about to leave to drive back to school in Tallahassee. I stopped at the one little gas station in town to fill up before getting on the highway. I had just finished filling up when a lady walked up to me. She was really ratty looking with crazy blonde dyed hair. This was in the backwoods of Florida, so no judgment. Sounds a little judgmental.
It was like judgment, but no judgment.
It's kind of like whenever somebody would say something like really gay and they'd be like, but no homo.
Yeah. It makes me think of that line, not to be racist.
There were really kind people who looked like that in those parts. She started talking to me about how her car had run out of gas. She pointed out an old junker parked over near the convenience store, and if I could possibly give her some cash to get home. I usually don't say yes to things like that, but it was Thanksgiving weekend, so I was feeling extra generous. I told her I'd be happy to fill up her car a little to get her home. That's when it started getting weird. She kept insisting I give her cash and that the car was so empty it couldn't drive to a pump. I don't know why I didn't leave right there and then, but again, I was in a very good mood. I told her if she had a gas can, I would put some in, but I didn't feel comfortable giving her cash. She kept objecting, but eventually went over and pulled a gas can from her car. I started filling it up. She put her hand on me and said, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I told her no, politely. She said she wanted to pay me back somehow for the gas and asked if I wanted to come to her place. I told her no, less politely. She kept touching my shoulder, thanking me, and then offered me a blowjob behind the gas station. So I stopped the gas pump, got my car, and left her there with the gas can. I called my mom a little later and told her about the creepy, sleazy encounter. She paused and asked me if that lady had ratty blonde hair and looked like she was on drugs. I confirmed that yes, that's what she looked like, and how could she know that? This lady was apparently all over the news. She was a prostitute in town and had been at a party earlier. An exchange had gone south, and her baby had been kidnapped by a client of hers and left under a bush in town. She hadn't even bothered to call the police about the missing child until later. They were both arrested and charged. I can prove these news stories if anyone wants proof. Okay.
Whoa.
Typical Friday night, or I guess Thursday, because Thanksgiving's on Thursday.
Typical Thursday
in Florida. Yeah. I will say, that's a really common tactic for drug addicts. No shame, and people have like the disease of addiction, and it sucks. It sucks so bad.
Yeah.
As somebody who had that issue when I was younger. But this was a common tactic. I actually had friends who would do this, who would go to the gas station and just kind of like sit in front of a pump and try to like play into people's emotions. And you hit an empath and they're like, okay, here's $20. And then that's that night's heroin, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's, I have seen multiple people do that. And especially on Thanksgiving, like when people know that they're feeling extra generous, like Thanksgiving is, I don't know if you know, a giving time, like giving smallpox.
Yes.
But it's people do feel just like around Christmas, people do feel extra generous. So, I mean, that's the time where people really hit in on those scams. I mean, you see the people outside of TJ Maxx playing their electric violin that's not plugged into anything.
All. Yeah. The first time I heard that, I was like, wow, she's really good. And I was like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah. And you like look up on your phone, electric violin cover of, what is that? Take me into your loving arms. That one?
Yep.
You look it up and that's the exact song that's playing. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
You're not actually. How did you get the money to buy that?
Yeah.
Electric violins are very expensive.
It's like, here's my question. If this is true, you're very talented. Go audition or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you go to Juilliard?
Yeah.
Like, by chance? No, I actually I saw a statistic years ago, so I don't even know if this is still true, and I can probably fact check this after. But I saw a statistic that panhandlers can make like $1,000 a day if they're at the right spot.
We are quitting our jobs.
Panhandler.
Well, I've just learned.
I am gonna out myself. When I was younger, and I feel like I've told this and probably on the podcast, but when I was younger, we used to like make ourselves really dirty looking.
Jesus Christ.
I was in like the 4th grade, dude. And my dad was working constantly. When this was happening, I was living with my dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how I'm alive. I could have gotten abducted. But me and my friend who lived behind me, we would like dirty ourselves up and we would go stand on a corner in our neighborhood. Why panhandle in the neighborhood? But yeah, we would go stand out there and hold little signs that said that we were hungry.
Did it work?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I imagine like your neighbor driving away. It's like, is that fucking Addison?
Yeah. Also, me sitting in front of my house trying to sell 50-cent lemonade.
You were seen around the neighborhood. It's like, isn't that the kid?
I was an entrepreneur.
You were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for the hustle. The hustle and
I
the
respect
grind.
the hustle.
Yeah. Just like
From
this
a young
lady.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lady really was. Why offer the blowjob though? Like whenever he said no, like.
Maybe to get more money, I guess.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know. Like,
don't
he
know.
literally was like, "No thanks," and she's like, "Come on, let me suck your dick in the back of the gas station. Come on." Like,
Tell me to throw.
it sounds like she like really wanted to, you know, like she was like
Yeah.
really after it, and he was obviously like not into it. So I don't know why. Like that was like I would have just been like, "Okay, cool." Walked away, you know, like
all right, thanks
I
for
don't
the
have to,
gas.
I
Bye.
don't have to do that. Cool. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get gas in my car and try to go save my baby.
We used to live in El Paso, Texas, and my mom would always carry around those like big things of summer sausage and crackers.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm not gonna give money, but if you're hungry, I will give you food.
Yeah.
A lot of people did actually turn it down. They're like, I wanted drugs.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy drugs.
hungry. I actually am on a lot of meth right now, which is why I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
So-
Mhm. I actually don't need any of that. That seems disgusting. But
You even got a quarter? I'll take a quarter.
anything but a summer sausage.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing when I lived in Austin because I worked in downtown. There were like, there's a lot of homeless people in Austin or houseless people in Austin. And if I ever got like free food from work, I'd just like walk out and give it to them.
Yeah, there you go.
Same with when I worked at the state fair in Texas, there's a lot of unhoused people around the state fair. So every night when we closed up, all the food that we were going to throw out, I just wrap it up. And there were like the same like 3 guys that hung out around the parking lot that I parked in. So every single night they come up and they're like, "Hi, Miss Addison." I'm like, "Hi, here you go. Here's some jerk chicken skewers for you tonight."
Nice.
Like,
See, that's solid because that food's gonna go to waste anyway.
exactly.
So give it to someone who needs it.
Never understand the like waste issue. Like,
Yeah.
why are we throwing away food when it could literally go to anything?
Right.
Anything?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like some people are like, we can't accept it because it's not, like
Perfect. Yeah.
canned or perfect. It's used food. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are you hungry or not?
Yeah. That's why I give so much respect to people who dumpster dive. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
As you should.
There's people that do that outside of my apartment building, and honestly, I've done that. That's how I got my Harry Potter picture. There's some really good stuff that people just throw away.
Yeah, all the time. Whenever I moved out of the townhouse I lived in like 3 years ago, I didn't want to take a lot of stuff with me because Quentin and I were moving into our apartment that wasn't like huge.
Yeah.
So I had a kayak that I couldn't use and like some other types of furniture, and my other roommates didn't want to take it. So I was like, I will put it by the dumpster and somebody will take it.
Someone will take it. Someone always does.
Sure enough, literally, I'm like putting the stuff next to the dumpster, and a car's pulling up, and they're like, "Hey, can I take that?" And I'm like, "Go for it." Mm-hmm. So yeah, but hey, this girl really wanted to work for it.
She did.
She's nothing but
like,
a
girl,
working girl.
She is hustling. She is
doing everything besides taking care of her child.
That's for damn sure. Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's a whole news article about it.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?